All right, I've learned that when Zoom says I'm live, even though it doesn't pop up on YouTube here on my screen for another minute. I know that you're able to see me. So, welcome to the Springsteen Report. We are live. It is 7:30 in the East. This is the Springsteen Report with Phisherman. I am Phisherman, the bootlegger who pays the highest price. That's me. And I'm gonna pop out my chat here so that I can see if anybody shows up and they can let me know that you can hear me. I heard myself there for a second, so I know we're good. All right. So a few things that we have to talk about today. And the first thing, of course, is tonight's show. And tonight's show is the world premiere of my edit of Houston 2023. I was at this show. I shot none of it. A lot of it was shot by George Washington, our friend and cameraman. Yeah, a lot of it came from YouTube. Without GW there with the camera, we wouldn't have a lot of these videos. You know, YouTube's got a lot of footage for shows, but when some of these shows, Seattle, GW wasn't there, and I got a good video out of it. But Houston would not exist if GW wouldn't have gone. There was not enough video on YouTube. And the same is true for a lot of shows. Kansas City, and that came out great. We video junkies, we have a lot to thank GW for. And I owe him a Denny's breakfast, or I think I had a burger. He bought me a burger in Houston. He bought me a, no, wait, yeah, in Houston. Right after this show that we're watching tonight, GW picked me up at my motel and we went to a local Denny's in Houston and I had a bacon cheeseburger. So it's 7:30 and we're going to get, I know I like to start right off with the set list, and there are 4 of them this week because a week ago tonight while we were watching something, can't remember back a week. I'm a pot smoker, remember? We were watching, check my chat. Nobody in the chat. I'm all alone. I don't remember what we were watching last week, but while we were watching a old show, I think it was a reunion or a rising show, or a 2009. What difference does it make? We were watching another show, an old show, and Bruce was playing in Madison Square Garden, and it was April Fool's Day, and I have the set list here, and I can share my screen so you can take a look at the set list, and this is it. And the spot after night shift seems to now be the official wild card spot, and I'm not saying wild cards can't show up somewhere else, because one did. We'll talk about that in a second. I'm not convinced. After night shift seems to be the wild card spot, and it could be anything spot, or it could be rotating Trap, Darlington County, couple others that keep popping back up. The post night shift spot has been rotating, and Trapped has been there a lot actually, especially recently. So Trapped was there again. And then the big news after Badlands and before Thunder Road, they tell me he played Jungle Land. There's videos on YouTube. It's on the Nugs audio, but I'm not convinced this isn't an elaborate April Fool's joke that they are playing on me, and that they've gone to all expenses to fake. Did he really play Jungle Land? Madison Square Garden on April Fool's Day? I would have believed it on any other day. So Jungle Land makes its tour debut in Madison Square Garden. You get mad and go, oh, New York gets everything, but boy, they pay for it, don't they? There were no cheap tickets in Madison Square Garden. So that was a week ago tonight. 2 nights later, the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, and the After Night Shift Post had a tour debut, and it's Saint in the City. And that is something to be jealous about, right? And Hope of Dreams makes it back in the set with People Get Ready. And those seem to be the only real major changes from the basic set list in Brooklyn. 2 nights later, they're in Cleveland. And they sound checked Atlantic City and My Love Will Not Let You Down. And then they played Atlantic City in that spot after Night Shift. Well, I gotta wonder if I'm live. I've never not had anybody in my chat. There's always somebody. Anybody there? For you people watching it on the replay, because there's nobody here live. Pay Me My Money Down is sticking around. Atlantic City makes its tour debut. My Love Will Not Let You Down sits out there as a sound check tease and does not get played. And they played every other night this week. Saturday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Last night in Baltimore. And instead of after Night Shift, they did have Hungry Heart, which has only been played like twice. Got into the spot after Night Shift. But in between Out in the Street and Kitty's back, Lucky Town. I wonder if there was a sign. There's oh no, it's on right here. I got the official not handwritten set list, but the printed set list from the stage here, from Bruce Base, and Lucky Town sure as hell is on there. That was no sign request. So there you go. And Lucky Town, pretty jealous about that one. I'm a big fan of Lucky Town. Still nobody in the chat, nobody to talk to. That's all right. I still got more things to talk about, although this show might not go all the way till 8 o'clock if I don't have anyone in the chat to talk to directly. So here we are. The tour is almost over. The first leg of can you believe the US first leg is nearing an end in 7 days. A week from tonight, the 15th is the last show. Is it the 15th is the last show, or is it the 14th? Why did I feel like there was no show on Saturday night next week? I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up. But it's coming to a close. We're almost there. There's a few more shows, 3 or 4 more shows. There's one tomorrow, which is Sunday. And then, I don't know, Wednesday and Friday. Maybe it is Wednesday and Friday, Wednesday and Saturday, or Thursday and Saturday. I don't know. The 15th seems like it was the last day. So maybe they are playing Saturday. As soon as the shows are over, I'm running a week of 2023 shows every night, 7:30 Eastern on my channel. Well, subscribe to my email. It's not on this channel. I don't have any material on this channel that could get me in trouble. So where the concerts run are a mystery. So make sure you're on my email list to get the links each night to the concerts. They're, tonight's a premiere. I've never shown Houston before. I very recently finished it, and no one's ever seen this full show before, except those of us who were there. The shows I'm showing for a week have all aired. None of them are premieres, although there may be one. There may be one premiere. If I get done, I'm working on 2 more videos right now. One of them is St. Paul, Minnesota, and one of them is something else. I can't remember. Penn State, maybe. I'm working on both of those, and I'm also working on a compilation show that is going to be am I still sharing my screen? I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to share my screen forever. Probably looking at probably blocked by all the things I'm looking at, my notes and stuff. I just have blank stuff on your screen. Anyway, we're showing a week's worth of shows. They're all reruns. There might be one premiere. Oh, I'm making a compilation. Yes, that is going to be every song not from the basic set list, not No Surrender, not Letter to You, not Ghosts, but yes, Burning Train, yes, 1,000 Guitars, yes, Darlington County, Trapped, Jungle Land, Lucky Town, every song that's not ones we watched. If you're watching my channel, we've watched tonight will be number 8 full shows that we've streamed on this channel alone. And set list is what it is. But you're sitting through the same songs to hear that one unique one. I'm putting together all the unique songs into it. Looks like it's going to be close to a 3-hour show. And we'll do it again for at the end of Europe. But I'm gonna finish it. I'm hoping to get most of it done in the next week or so, and then whatever he plays in the next week, if he plays any more one-offs, get those on there and get it done before the end of my week of shows, which are coming up. Tom, it's good to see you. I am taking your suggestion, Tom. I might even put a dedication in there for Tom, because this was your idea and it's coming out really good. Just thinking about it today. I'm about 5 songs in, and a lot from Tampa because we had some unique songs that weren't played anywhere else, and I'm putting them all together. It's going to take some time, but I hope to have it done during the break between US and Europe, and then we'll see if there's like something new or crazy about Europe that would keep my interest, because I love the show, don't get me wrong, and I can watch it a few more times, but I can't work too much longer on No Surrender, Ghost, Prove It All Night, Letter to You, the other one. I think it's Prove It All Night. The one before was I don't know, the 2 Darkness songs. I'm so stoned. We have 19 minutes. I have a few more things to talk about. Working on the compilation of wild cards. Plus, I'm working on the St. Paul show and the Penn State show. Tonight's show is Houston. I went to Houston. I got my ticket for $30, and my airfare was $70 round trip, $100. Not for everything. I had to get a hotel room, and there was Ubers, and I owe George Washington a Denny's, but for my ticket and my airfare combined, $100. Most people aren't getting in for $100, let alone getting on a plane. So that's the show tonight. It's my 8th video of the tour. I think 10 plus the compilation is going to be what I'm going to max out at on the first leg. I think out of the 29 shows, there were 3 cancellations or rescheduled, but they haven't happened. Out of the 29 shows, I've put out 10, and I'm looking for Dubbing Guy and Otacon and Jockle to do the other 19, because I got to do something fresh. I want to work on some older shows like I was doing before the tour. I didn't think I would, but the set list is the set list, and I don't know how many more times I can put together a show with the same set list, but I'm gonna do a compilation of each one. Will you add Night? Night is the opening song. It's the opening song of the compilation. Houston was the only show that got a different opener than No Surrender, and it was Night. I was there. We're gonna see it tonight, and we'll see it again when we watch the compilation, because it surely is in there. And all of a sudden, I've got a short in my cord, and I hope I'm still even broadcasting. Chat wasn't working on my iPad, but it is on my iPhone. I was here from the start. It's good to see you, Robert. Thanks for letting me know that I wasn't talking to myself. We have 17 minutes. Next week wraps up the US leg. I said that. We'll be showing a different show every 2023. Oh, why are we showing every show from 2023 that I've put together? And maybe not everyone, but at least 7 of them for a week. This is both to celebrate all these awesome videos that I made from the first leg, show them each one more time. And it's also kind of to raise funds. I'm once again looking to raise funds because I need to get a new hard drive, an external hard drive. I'm looking at this guy right here, 18 terabytes, $290. I can't afford it, but I need terabytes. I was looking at the 8 terabyte, and that's $150, and that was going to suffice. But then all of a sudden my 5 terabyte passport, it's starting to fail. It's still working, but it keeps disconnecting. I bought a new cord for it, still doing it, not the cord. That means the hard drive is failing. I cannot lose the 5 terabytes that are on there. So if I get the 8 terabyte hard drive and I transfer the 5, I'm only adding 3 terabytes to my system. That's not going to be long before that's filled up again. GW is sending me 120 gigabytes per show. And then the software that encodes it needs hundreds of gigabytes to encode a show. I'm gonna need a new hard drive to keep going, or we're gonna be stopped right here. So once this tour is over, a week from tonight is the last show, or a week from yesterday, the 15th, I think it's the week from tonight, is the last show of the US leg. And then we're still gonna have a Saturday night show. But then starting Sunday, US shows, or 2023 shows for a week. And I'm gonna be asking for donations to help buy the Seagate 289 external hard drive, get to keep these videos going. I'm gonna need assistance because I can't pull the trigger on that right now myself. There's also, if there's a benefactor out there who wants to just take care of that, who's got the kind of money to just take care of that, I would clone my 6 terabyte hard drive, which is the hard drive everybody watching this cares about. I would clone that for anybody who would take care of that 100% and send me something to put their 6 terabytes on. So you need to get the 18 terabyte plus probably an 8 terabyte so that because a 6 terabyte it won't fit. They always hold somewhat less than they say. So if somebody wanted to pick up the $290 18 terabyte for me and the 8 terabyte, which is 150, this is Costco, and I know a lot about external hard drive prices. It's the best deal in town. They have the 8 terabyte, and that was 150. If somebody wanted to shell out $440 for 2 hard drives, the 18 terabyte my way, send them both to me. I'll send you the 8 terabyte with a clone of my hard drive, which is 20 years of collecting. It's an adventure. If you're a downloader, if you've got a ton of shit, I guarantee you I got something you don't have, but you don't need to be, grabbing a clone of my hard drive. But if you've not been collecting, if maybe a few things came your way or you just have nothing, I'll send you a rabbit hole. 6 terabytes. It's pretty big. Anyway, we'll be talking about it all week while I show 2023 shows, and I've got people's attention because I need 30 people to send me $10 or 15 people to send me 20 or 7.5 people to send me 40 or one guy who wants a copy of my 6 terabyte hard drive, send me the whole thing. Something like that. So we are 12 minutes away, and I think I got it all in. Lee working on the compilation. What's been going on in Springsteen world? Aside from those set lists, I think there hasn't really been anything. We're not heard rumor that the second Soul album was dated, but then it looked like the rumor came from a non-source. So I have heard nothing. Don't know what's going on. I know Steve is playing 2 shows in Jersey with the Disciples of Soul during the 2 weeks between the US leg and the European leg. And that's all I know. There's nothing else going on except the tour dates that we know about. And Lucky Town last night. What is he gonna play tomorrow? He's got us clamoring for 1 nugget a night. And sometimes it's trapped again. Lucky Town got my attention with Lucky Town. I'm a 92, 93 Lucky Town Human Touch fan. I love those albums. I love those tours. I love the song Lucky Town. And I'm looking forward to getting a video of that. That'll be on the compilation. We have 11 minutes What are we doing? What are we doing? We're watching Houston tonight. Great show. I was there, rear stage. I was side stage for the other three shows. This was the one night that I was rear stage. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I always complain about rear stage, but the two times I sat once rear stage for Bruce, and I sat once rear stage for the Grateful Dead. And both times I was miserable. I hated it. I said I'd never sit there again. But both of those were back in the days before screens. There were no screens at arena shows. There might have been some shitty low def screens in stadium shows, but there were no screens in the arena shows. So you just saw what you saw from the back of their heads, and it was awful. But with the screen, I'm a screen. I like the screen. I'm a screen guy. I watch more shows on screens than I'll ever see live. So you got them right in front of you. You're really close instead of being far away where they're this big and you're watching the big screen anyway. You've got the screen seeing what everybody else is seeing on the screen. It's a little small, but you've got the same picture that they've got on the other side, but they're right there. They're decent sized people. You're close enough to see them. They just have their back to you most of the time. And when they turn around, it's really cool. I liked it. I liked it back there. The screen made all the difference. I was always an opponent in telling people, don't sit. The people who say sit rear stage, it's great, are insane. Who wants to look at the back of their heads all night? But the screen really makes a difference. You can see their face. They're up close. Sitting far away, it's hard to see, man. They're this big. I had my binoculars with me side stage, but I was way up. And with these little binoculars, these were not very powerful. I guess $8 on Amazon. What do you expect? These little tiny binoculars. They're all right. I was glad I had them. I forgot them 2 out of my 4 shows. I had them for 2 shows, and I regretted both nights that I didn't have them. So I guess they weren't terrible. We have 8 minutes. I'm tempted to just let you guys go, make your popcorn, use the restroom, grab some coffee. I know I'm the only coffee drinker. I know you guys all drink beer, right? But I'm drinking coffee. Grab yourself some refreshments and we will go watch Houston. I'm really proud of this cut. This one took me longer than most do because it wasn't a lot of footage, but the footage came from different places. There was YouTube footage. GW's footage was a little shaky. But he got the majority of footage. Without his footage, there would be no Houston show. And I'm really pleased with how Houston came out. If I was the Priest, right? Not the world debut. He played it back in like 70 something. But the E Street Band debut and the first time they definitely heard it it's the first time it's been played in since I've been listening to Springsteen. I wasn't listening in 74. I was 6. So 7 minutes. I'm going to let you guys go. I only took so many notes. There's nothing left going on in Springsteen world. There's nothing coming out. There's nothing to talk about. And I'm going to be like begging for money when we do this week. You guys probably won't want to show up. But I'm going to be begging for money. So I'm going to do some pre-shows, but I might do like 10 minutes to 8, 12 minutes to 8, like a PBS kind of, pledge break instead of trying to do a half hour. A&W Root Beer Hope. I just gave up soda. Like Tom saw me drinking a Diet Coke. When I go on trips, I still have Diet Coke. But I used to be like 4 liters of Diet Coke a day. And I read a book that said that the diet soda was as bad for me as the non-diet, that it was just as bad for my insulin resistance as I might as well just drink the sugar. And I didn't want to drink the sugar. I want to not be insulin resistant. I want to lose this weight. And so I gave up even the diet soda. And I'm on trips. I still drink it. It's hard to keep coffee hot. And I don't like cold coffee. But I drink a lot of black coffee now. No sweeteners. I'm trying to give up bread. And so I do miss A&W root beer. I've been a diet soda drinker for a long time, but diet A&W root beer I would drink I would drink any flavor of diet soda. I've always been, since my early 20s, been a diet soda drinker. I've drank a lot of it. I regret how much diet soda I've drank, and I'm proud that I'm not drinking it anymore for the most part. Only on trips. I got one for the plane. I got one at the show. When I'm buying Diet Coke, it's so fucking expensive. Then I come home and I see it for 65 cents a 2-liter, and I'm like, it's so cheap, but can't do it. Drinking the coffee. 5 minutes, guys. I will go over there. I'm gonna go grab myself a snack too, and with no sugar in it. And I will see you in the chat.